Dun, 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 dun. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezers Show, your weekly outlet for all the craziness that's going on in this rock world of ours. And it is crazy. I will say that, man. Boy, this week we got, of course, Creed in the news again. Dolly, love Dolly. She's in the news. Got John Bon Jovi, Corn. Oh boy, Brittany, Tool, Brett Michaels, all sorts of crazy stuff on today's show, but I can't do it without my co-host, and that would be Doc Vox. And I gotta say, how you doing there, Doc?
Doing quite well, sir. Yes, another week of rock and roll news. Thanks to everybody for checking in on the best kept secret on YouTube. Please subscribe, tell a friend. Greatly
Yeah.
appreciate the support, all that good stuff. Yeah, as you know, we recently have had a slight format change. So we have the half hour ish show here on YouTube, and then additional content if you choose to listen to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It goes about an hour. Although this week maybe not quite an hour, but you never know.
Yeah.
We may get off into a tangent. Who knows? But
We do that a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
it happens. Yeah, we're on the podcast a little looser. So, but yeah, in the news this week, as of the recording of this, we do this on Monday afternoons, and
Mm-hmm.
they got a game tonight that might change the story a little bit. But yeah, Creed is taking the Rangers higher, man.
There you go, man. Yeah, they
Pun intended.
true that. And they actually showed up at the stadium with their Rangers shirts on and whatnot to sing along with the crowd singing higher. And
Cool.
they had a press conference on the 18th. Obviously very proud. I'm sure just very excited just to have their music have some semblance of relevance again. In any way possible. And
Right. Good
and
call.
yeah. And Scott Stapp, he says, no, I'm not going to do Scott. I was just I was just floored and excited that the music, after all these years, is still connecting with people, still inspiring folks. I'm grateful to be part of that ride. Grateful to be part of the ride. He is, yeah. So, and I'm sure they all are.
Oh yeah.
And Scott Phillips, drummer Scott Phillips, he teased that he says, I don't know what he sounds like. We have a big announcement coming out in a couple of weeks. There's some Creed news on the horizon. You know what it is. I called this one. They're going to
You
be going
called
on
this
tour.
from when
They
they
have to.
started the cruises. Yeah, from the first
Yeah.
cruise, and you said, yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna get back out there,
You know it is.
and
Yeah.
now, yeah, they had the second cruise, and now they got this whole kind of thing getting
Thing.
back into the
Yeah. The timing is
into
great.
the
Yeah.
zeitgeist,
Yeah.
as they say.
Suddenly their names back in the news because of the
Yeah.
cruise. And then all of a sudden, here's another thing opening up with the
Pop culture.
baseball.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they're ripe to be calling. They're ripe to be going on tour. So yeah, that'll be very interesting to see what happens there. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. Tonight is Game 7, and it's
Yeah.
going to actually go on just a couple hours after we're done recording our show here. So we're not going to know. We will see if Creed does indeed take them high, or if it's all just a big bust, and then everything falls apart. The tour falls apart. Everything just falls
No, no.
apart. I know it won't. No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they'll blame the loss on Creed or something.
yeah, yeah. Of course, of course.
It'll
Oh
be a
yeah.
Steve Bartman situation with the Cubs. It'll be some kind of way
Oh,
that somebody will be singing higher and will make an error in the field or something. I don't know.
oh gosh, it's gonna be terrible. Well, we'll see. They smacked the heck out of them last night. I think 10-2. I was going back and forth between football and baseball again. So we'll see what happens. And man, oh man, good for Creed, man. We'll be seeing them out on the
Yeah,
road.
you pretty much
Yeah.
called that one.
It had
You
to
know,
be,
yeah, I think it's pretty much the writing's on the wall now. If
Alter
they
Bridge
don't,
is a
if they
Alter
don't,
Bridge
they're
isn't
missing it.
yeah, well, Alter Bridge and packing stadiums and
No, no,
you
no, not
know
like they would
that
be
just
missing a huge opportunity.
so
Huge
yeah.
opportunity not to jump right now. Strike while the iron's hot, man, and it's red hot.
It is definitely hot.
You're in the pop culture. You're in the you got the cruises going where you already kind of got people's blood flowing a little bit, and then now this. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah. If they
that'll be
don't, that
fun.
would be a huge missed opportunity. So
Oh, and of course, my dream gig would have been Nickelback and Creed tour,
There you
but
go.
no, after seeing Nickelback, I really nah. So
Kid
although
Rock.
the drunk fans, man, yeah, they're just unbelievable. So we'll see what
I
happens.
saw I saw Creed back in the day. I saw him on
Did
the
you?
Weather tour.
Okay,
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. They Tantric. People remember that band? They opened up for him.
okay,
But
sure, sure.
yeah, it wasn't the show in Chicago where the infamous show where he passed out or whatever. But
Ah,
no, I
well,
wish
see,
I'd have
that's
saw
when the
that one.
Creed band
Yeah,
went downhill after that incident,
right.
where
Yeah,
people started suing the band and stuff, and it's like, oh well, this is probably a bad time to be in a Creed tribute band. And yeah, everything. What the hell after that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gonna pass out on stage too?
yeah, right.
Geez, I hope I don't. But yeah, good for Creed. Good for them. More power to them. Speaking about power, here's a gal's got all the
Yeah, talking
power
about
in the world. That's Dolly. Good
striking
old
while the
Dolly.
iron's hot. Yeah,
Dolly, Dolly, Dolly. She's a headline, NBC's Chicago 5. Dolly Parton to perform halftime show at the Thanksgiving Day game between the Cowboys and the Commanders. The Commanders.
the Redskins.
Yeah, the Redskins. Let's go, commies. Let's go. Or whoever the thing would be. Too many creepers. What a name. What a name for a team, the Commanders, because the obvious nickname out of Commanders is commies. It's like, geez, what a bunch of
Right.
dummies. What are they thinking? But nonetheless, she's going to be playing the Thanksgiving Day game halftime show, and it sounds like it's going to be knowing Dolly, it's going to be just really fabulous. She's got that album out, and she's going to be performing some of them songs.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Uh,
mixture of the old stuff and then some new stuff. Quite honestly, I'd like to see it all new stuff. I would love to see her. I don't know
yeah,
what they.
sure.
I know the Super Bowl they get 12 minutes. I'm guessing it's probably similar here. And
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to see it. The album's coming out. A Rockstar. People know we talked about the album a
Mm-hmm.
lot when they were putting it together. But the album Rockstar is coming out November 17th. And talking about there's a lot of covers. She's got what 5 or 6 originals on there, which I've heard a
Mm-hmm.
couple that sound fabulous. So
Excellent.
I would love to see her just do the whole set of just new stuff. But no, I'm sure
Some of her biggest hits will
yeah,
probably hear
she's
Jolene and all that
yeah, I'm
stuff,
sure she'll do Jolene and probably
Yep,
something
yep.
else.
But it's a good thing. It's the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. It's part of the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign.
Right.
And not going to complain about Salvation Army. They're always one of the top charities. They're top five. I looked at it today. I looked at a few ratings, and they're top five because really they do good work. So that's good for her. I'm glad hope she raises a ton of money. She's one of the righteous herself too. She puts her money where her mouth is. Her mouth where
Sure
her money is,
does.
whatever. With her book, she gives out free books to kids at no
Right.
charge.
Right.
I'm not. I'm sure some folks have probably heard about the program, but yeah, at some point, way back when, she decided that each child should have books to read, whether they can afford it or not. So she started a program that mailed
Right.
books to kids. So she's one of the good ones too. So good for you, Dolly, man. But yeah,
Oh
hopefully,
yeah.
we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it
It's
goes.
just funny too on the side note how the Thanksgiving Day games just turn into a Super Bowl ish, type of event almost, where families
Yeah,
gathered around to watch it and everything. And back in the day, it's what Dallas and Detroit have it every year.
right.
And back when this started in the early '60s, no teams wanted it. They kind of got stuck with it. Yeah, Dallas was just coming in the league, and Detroit, and they didn't have much going on, and they just got stuck with it. And now look, it's turned into such a big deal.
Oh
So
yeah, yes, it has. So it's almost more about more than the football game at some point, which
right,
shouldn't be, but it is what it is, and good for her. We'll see how that turns out. I'm sure she won't have to be held up by a brace like Ozzy was when he saw him do that one halftime
no,
show.
no,
So
no,
that's a good thing. Here's another righteous dude, and that'd be John Bon Jovi. Yeah, there's his soup kitchen right there. John Bon Jovi in his soup kitchen. He's had this has been up for quite a while. His soup kitchen, boy, decades. I'm pretty sure, right? In 2006, he established the
Yeah.
Soul Foundation, which I'm sure is connected with his restaurants. But yeah, he's receiving. He is honored to be receiving the 2024 Music Cares Person of the Year Gala. Uh, uh, honored at the Music Cares Person of the Year Gala, and yeah, he's one of the righteous dudes, man, who puts his money where his mouth is and actually takes care of people who are really in need. And you know, more power to him. You know, you know, you can't complain about the musicians who actually go out of the way, like when Dave Grohl rolled up with his cooker
Right.
and did a whole bunch of brisket, you know, at at a certain soup kitchen or something like that. But you
But
know,
as cool as that is, though, John Bon Jovi does it on a regular basis, dude. I mean, this
yes,
guy, he is for sure the real deal as far as this goes. He's been doing it with the homeless for a long time. Had a lot going on with during the pandemic. You know, he's just one of those guys that's truly, truly, you know, just putting his, like you said, putting his money where his mouth is, man, and just and serving the people, man. Yeah, I couldn't go to a better guy as far as that goes. Really passed on to Reeves. Just to give you an idea, Barry Gordy just spoke about Dolly. Obviously, I'd seen that shit fits right in. Joni Mitchell, Smokey Robinson. So folks like that, and now well deserved John Bon Jovi.
yeah, and since '91, the money raised from this gala goes towards Music Cares, which is a go to Music Cares Health and Human Services programs that assist the music community with physical and mental health, addiction recovery, preventive clinics, unforeseen personal emergencies. Also, see the thing is, a lot of these musicians, you know, they don't have health insurance because they don't have wouldn't consider it a steady job. So that's
Well,
the
I'm
thing
sure
about
since
us.
Obamacare and stuff, that's probably helped some. But yeah,
But
prior to that, you're right. Yeah.
I hear a lot about this. Boy, that figure skater, what's her name? The little short figure skater. She was in dire straits and she didn't have health insurance. Gosh, I can't remember. I'm so
Wow.
bad with names anymore. But anyway, yeah, and you know a lot of musicians don't have. But you're right, with Obamacare, they should be able to get it, but a lot of them still don't have it.
Still don't.
So
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
probably, you know, maybe music, you know, like actors may have because they're pretty much a part of a union. So the union would obviously, I would think, provide
Have
health
some sort
insurance
of
and
way to
whatnot.
get it. Yeah.
But yeah, musicians are in a tough spot there. So hey, if you can help them out, you know, a lot of them need it. Boy, oh boy, yeah, yeah. I'm lucky. You know, we've worked our whole lives, so we don't have to worry about that. But these guys, a lot of these guys, they've never really had a real job. They may not have put a lot into Social Security and all this stuff. They're could be in a real mess. So it's good to see an organization that at least is trying to give them a little help. You know, give them a little shove in the right direction. And if anybody deserves, you know, kudos, that would be John Bon Jovi,
Yeah. They
John
picked
Bon Jovi Soul Foundation and
yeah,
Soul Kitchens.
picked the
Yeah,
right guy to honor this year for sure.
good
Well
for
deserved.
him, man. Yeah, come on, Richie. Come down and slap some food, dude. Richie Zambora. Come
I
on. Get together, man. Jeez.
wonder what Alec John Such, the exiled bass player, is doing these days. He's probably down there. Yeah, he's probably serving it up.
I would hope he's not a customer. Just leave it, you know.
He may
Give,
well be.
oh gosh, I hope not. Jeez. A lot of these guys don't make a shitload of money. Here's some guys who did make a whole bunch of money, and that would be the good people of Corn. They are right there. Yeah. With their Adidas. He's got his purple Adidas on. This is an early
This is
picture, obviously.
Adidas. Yeah.
Very early picture. And back then they were wearing, you could see them on their the Adidas all the time, but they never really had a deal, you know, any kind of deal with it. Adidas. They just apparently Adidas would supply them with clothes, but they would just and then they just run away. You know?
Yeah, this is back in '96. They had the song come out, Adidas, and so obviously the obvious tie-in, and they wore the clothes. You see Jonathan Davis behind you with the purple suit, which is one of the things that they're doing now. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they did for some reason they didn't want to sign them, and Corn stood hell and they signed with Puma.
Ooh, Puma.
I think '98. So eventually they signed with Puma. Got tired of waiting around for Adidas, signed with Puma. I don't know what all
Sure.
that entailed, but now, yeah, they got this going on with Adidas, So
Well, they're mainstream enough. Yeah. Adidas finally, come out of the closet and said, okay, we'll
Yeah, right,
admit that we'll admit we got a partnership with you.
right.
Okay. You're pretty much mainstream enough now. So,
Not true
you know,
that.
we won't hurt, it won't, we
Right.
won't lose. We'll probably gain market share. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
96. You're like, oh, we're gonna have no part of that. That's craziness. Yeah, we're having no part. You want to wear our stuff, and I'm sure you got fans. That's cool, but we're not gonna put any money towards you.
well, yeah.
But
And
now, yeah, now that
yeah.
they're yeah.
Well, Jonathan Davis says we switched to Puma because they told us they'd put us in a commercial and give us a little money to wear their shit. Well, that's usually a
That's
good
what it's
deal
about.
there,
Yeah,
But yeah, so they Adidas finally came around, got their act together, and they got all sorts of stuff. They're gonna have shoes and the hoodies and the sweatpants and workout pants, all that good stuff. And if you recall, we talked about this many moons ago, how they've got like a pet care line too. I
right.
think Jonathan Davis has a
Yeah,
pet
I think that's
care
his own
line.
kind of thing. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Why not? Good for them.
They're
So yeah,
turning into this generation's Kiss, man. They're getting their name
yes.
out there on
You
everything,
can wear
man.
your corn Adidas kind of stuff out while you're walking your
Walking
dog
your
that's been
dog,
serviced by Corn's pet products.
yeah,
So,
with a Jonathan Davis leash. Yeah,
oh, you just can't go wrong. Good for
there you
them.
go.
Good guys. Here's a creepy one. We're just gonna flip through this. Apparently, back in the day, Britney Spears got pregnant by Justin Timberlake. There they are, right there.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
kind of in the news. I've been hearing this on the tabloid type shows. You see it pop up on their commercials and stuff. So yeah,
Ah, shame on them. They were young, probably just out of the Disney world and stuff, and she's totally whack out of her mind. So I
right.
have to say he probably dodged the bullet on that one, my friend.
Well, I think that
Holy
was the
smokers.
sole intent. I think he kind of knew at that point, man. This is not the mothering material here. This is not
Oh man.
this is not
Well,
going to be the mother of my child. So
well,
let's send this one, Brittany, shall we? And let's keep it quiet for about 20 years.
well, geez, a meat grinder like the Disney uh uh programming world,
Right.
you're a little kid, you go in there, if you got any kind of mental issues, the meat grinders are just gonna chew you up and spit you out. And
Yeah.
it's definitely happened to her, man. Boy, oh boy, what a mess. And boy, I ain't heard much from him lately either. I've seen a lot of her doing her crazy shit in her. She makes her own
Right.
videos. See, therein lies the problem with the
Yeah. Her and
internet.
David Lee Roth. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy smokums, man. Yeah, there is the problem with the internet. Certain people should not have internet access. And boy, yeah, she does. And she's shown us, yep, I'm here.
I know.
So
I know you're not a big Family Guy fan as I
right,
am, but
right.
they nailed it. They have a scene with the Britney Spears where she's on the phone and she's holding the baby right with the other arm while she's smoking, and then
Yeah.
she just pushes down the soft spot in the kid's head to use for an ashtray.
Oh God.
And like,
Oh geez.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Oh. Oh, that's
Justin may have
crazy.
had a little insight into that. That'd be
Oh
the type of
boy.
mother she'd be, and kind of bailed on that one earlier. I don't know, but
Oh
yeah, it's
man.
sad. I mean, abortion obviously always sad, but this back in
Jeez.
2004. So how old? I don't know how old they
Wow.
would have been, but
Yeah.
still early 20s. I'm guessing. I
And
don't know.
very young.
'Cause I know they were young when they started. They came out with 99, I think 98, but they were
Boy.
teenagers then.
Oh well, good for them. Good luck. Good luck,
Yeah, I
kids.
hope Brittany gets help. I mean, I was like you said, man, to grow up in that atmosphere as a kid, and especially her. I mean, I'm sure she had everybody in the whole business try to get a piece of her,
Oh
and
yeah. More ways
yeah,
than one. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Jeez.
exactly.
Meat
Yeah, I
grinder.
gotta remember she shaved her head and all that stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
that
she's
yeah.
definitely she's had some issues. So,
Issues. So good. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Tool. You know the band Tool. Everybody knows the band
oh yeah,
Tool. Good golly. Well, by gosh, they're selling a $500 undertow CD while they're on tour. I guess you can get it at the gig or whatever. Undertow was their debut album, and they're doing a special. Oh boy, the reissue was not only a celebration of the album's milestone, but also a unique collector's item, as it's limited to 7,000 copy copies, each signed by the band members. And it says, the price is high, but it's the rarity and exclusiveness of the item, which is only available for purchase during the tour. So I tell you, it better
Well,
be
it's a
made out of gold
$500
or something.
CD. Yeah, well, I guess it's just the rarity. 7,000 copies signed by. I think vinyl. Nowadays vinyl would be the preferred medium. But anyway, and it's only for purchase on the tour.
Right.
So I'm like, you got to go to the merch tent, and it's like under lock and
Here's
key somewhere.
$500. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got to
Hope I
armed
don't
guards
lose.
come out. They got like handcuffed to the briefcase, and come out with
gosh.
it. Or I can't imagine how you go about buying that on tour, but that's what it says. Only for purchase on
And
tour.
what it says inside the package you get, it includes a photo booklet, a unique lenticular postcard image, and a commemorative coin designed by artist Vahan Bagel. So there you go, man. $500. Yeah. Oh, I got that. I got one of their CDs. It's just got the funkiest, like it's the 3D kind of. It's just the most bizarre thing. But yeah, Tool into it, man. I think it's a little bit nutty, but I'm sure there's probably hardcore Tool fans that are frothing at the bit.
7,000 of them anyway.
Gosh, well, we'll see. Geez, that's sort of nutty. At least they didn't mix their urine with it or something. Remember that deal an earlier show?
Yeah, right. Some West Coast punk band, yeah.
What a bunch of jerks. But yeah, good for Tool. Are they on tour right now? I don't even know. I didn't even check. If they aren't, they will be.
So I think they were over the summer, but I don't think they are right now.
That's crazy. No, thanks. Too big of a price. I don't have the money. But here I love this story. This is so sweet.
There's our animal story for the week. Always love a good animal story thrown in there.
It's gonna be all right, little Tommy.
You're gonna be
Uncle
fine,
Lair
Uncle
would
Lair,
say.
yeah.
Good old Uncle Lair. Those who may not know, we're near the Chicago area where we had back in the day Larry Lujak and Tommy Edwards. Uncle Lair and little Tommy did animal stories, and that was quite exciting, quite a good time. So yeah, here we go with our animal story, little Tommy. Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels actually adopted a husky named Bret Michaels. And the thing is, though,
why is this important, Uncle Lair?
Well, let me tell you, little Tommy. Bret Michaels, the dog, through his excellent blood, saved a kitten's life. Oh, this is so sweet. This is just crazy cool.
This is a cool story, yeah.
And what happened was animal shelter. Yesterday, the medical staff was working on a trio of month-old kittens who had been brought in as strays. Month-old. They were dirty, cold, covered in fleas. Oh, geez. After a much-needed bath, two of the kittens were doing well. But the third seemed a little bit off. He was wobbly, weak, and lethargic. And these symptoms, combined with the state he was in, all pointed to one thing: flea anemia. Aye. For adult animals, a flea infestation.
That don't sound good, man.
Well, adult animals, it affects a small percentage of healthy red blood cells in the body. But this tiny guy, the impact was really a bummer. He needed blood, and he needed it now.
Stat, as they say.
Stat. And cats, like humans, have blood types. Us humans are lucky. We got a universal donor, type O. I guess is universal.
Right.
That can be transfused in any person. But cats, however,
type O positive. I thought maybe just any type O.
Type O negative, my man. O negative, says her. Yes.
Okay, O negative.
Cats, however, don't have the luxury of a universal donor type, and transfusing the wrong blood could be a bummer. And the cat couldn't wait for testing to be done. So they needed a donor, but they didn't have a donor here. And then, they had done Bret Michaels, the dog's blood work the other day. They said, dog and cat's blood can mix, man. Just like dogs and cats sleeping together. Yeah. So awesome. Sure enough. Yeah. So they gave the cat some of Bret Michaels' blood. And by golly, since the first round of transfusion, little man started showing signs of improvement. He had a sleepover with one of our vets, and now he is resting with his siblings. You know, a round of applause for Brett Michaels for being such a calm and brave boy. That's really, I had no idea they could cross their blood.
Right.
That's crazy cool. That's just
xenotransfusion, it's called, I guess. So yeah, they just happened to have that dog was there, and they tested his blood for, I don't know, for whatever reason, and say, hey, this is compatible, man, and put it in the little kitten and saved the kitten's life. And then the real Brett Michaels found out about it, heard the story, and called him up and adopted the dog. So
amazing.
Now Brett Michaels is with Brett Michaels, and hopefully only one of them's shitting
Brett
on the
Michaels,
floor.
what was it? A husky?
Yeah, husky.
Brett Michaels, a dog, is a husky, and Brett Michaels, the man, he knew about huskies, and he had German shepherds and stuff, which are fairly alike. So he's familiar with that type of dog. He loves the heck out of it. And good for Brett Michaels. More people need to go to the shelters and adopt dogs, for crying out loud. I got a pound puppy, and they're the best dogs ever. They are. So good for Michaels. And he adopted dog Brett because he had just recently lost his 14-year-old German Shepherd Phoenix earlier in the year. So yeah. It's always hard to lose a pet, but there you go. He's got a real doozy. And now
I wonder if he's gonna keep calling him Brett Michaels, or if he's gonna change the dog's name, or
well, his wife, it could be problematic for his significant other. I'm sure he has one where,
right.
Brett, stop peeing on the couch. Right. And he's got to holler back, which one? Goes, right. But yeah, so good for Brett Michaels. He's
my house, I'll pee where I want to. No.
Doggone it. Well, good for him. It's a beautiful thing. And
yeah, very cool story. I had no idea that a cat could be saved by a dog's blood. There you go, man.
Oh my gosh, that's just amazing. Yeah. So
and everybody's gonna be all right, Uncle Lair.
Everything's gonna be just great, little Tommy. I could almost work on that. Yeah, I get that Uncle Lair voice going.
Yeah,
very cool.
You're going, yeah.
God, he was a bitter dude, man. He was a snarky guy. That was so cool. That's what made him so much fun. He was just such a pain. He hated everybody. Oh gosh, that was so cool. But in any case, yeah. So there you go. There's a pretty quick show there. We're gonna continue on the flip side on the podcast. Oh man, we got all sorts of cool stuff coming on there. We got we got Bono. Yeah. He's in the news. And a name we don't talk about much, Noddy Holder. Folks may not know that name. We'll discuss. And Mick Mars and a few other things, some Ozzy, some U2, some AC/DC, some this and that. But that'll all be on the upcoming podcast there. So we'll see you on the flip side. So why don't you take us home, Doc?
Yeah, great show this week, man. Please tell a friend, man. Spread the word and get it out there. We haven't been doing a whole lot of promotion, and hopefully we'll be doing some more. But in the meantime, any help we can get would be greatly appreciated. So hope you had a good time checking in this week, and we'll do it again next Monday. Till then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.